Get ready for another exciting adventure at your leisure, fans. This week, Scott Huntsman and I are headed to the Red Rocks to let Scott test the rock crawling power of his red Jeep.
And I can't wait. Then we're going to visit Falcons Nest to rent some snowmobiles and hit the trails around Duck Creek Village in Kane County and see what this trail system has to offer.
Finally, we're going to let you see steam like you've never seen it before at the Winter Steam Festival at the Golden Spike National Historic Park. At Your Leisure's headed your way next. Well, you know, there may be winter on the mountaintops. There's a lot of snow up there, but down here on the ground, there's still lots of jeeping opportunity in central Utah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Scott Huntsman, and we are in Hurricane, Utah, and we're here for the Winter 4x4 Jamboree. This is a great way to kick off 2020 with a full-size 4x4 event.
You know, Scott, as long as I've known you, it just seems like whenever there's a jeeping event, you're there.
I'm here, and there's a reason for it. I mean, we build these to try them out, and this is a great place to do it.
So, tell me a little bit about the club. We're with your buddies. We've been out with you before.
We have. We're with my club, the Dirty Jeepers. We're based out of Salt Lake, and we're down here to get our Jeeps dirty. That's what we do.
That's what it's for. So, this is a part where all the people on the trail on this given. What trail are we on today?
We're on Sliplock Gulch.
Sliplock Gulch. So. This is where everybody airs down, and so I guess we really need to get to it because that can take a lot of time. I got a comb.
Hey, no. I've got just a tool in the world right here. Automatic deflator. It's already preset to my 10 pounds that I want. Screw it on, I walk away. Literally, it's pretty simple.
You just leave it there all day, or what?
No, I'll take it off, but all I got to do is just stick it on there. It's going to do its thing. At 10 pounds, it's going to stop.
Sounds like a Bronx cheer.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's like a bird call.
Well, let's get the rest of them on and get aired down, and let's find out why people just keep showing up to events like this.
Let's do it.
I think for me, it's people we meet. We met some good people jeeping, and we just enjoy it. It's a good way to get out. And apparently we like fixing Jeeps, because that's what we do most of the time, is fix things.
Just the fact that it's a lot of fun to try and test new terrain and test your Jeep, and the people that we go with, our friends and family, we enjoy spending the 4 or 5 days with them down there and having a great time.
To spend time in the country, it's just amazing scenery here, anywhere in Utah where you go. And then it's really fun to have a challenge and see if you can make that challenge, and how easy you get up the hill or how easy you make it look getting up the hill.
Okay, so a lot of people have got traditions, reasons they keep coming back. Why do you? I never asked you, why do you keep coming back to this thing, Scott?
I keep coming back just for this reason. Where we're at right here, this great little obstacle right here, we went right up that thing, had a great time. I'm having a great time watching these guys go up.
I notice you're having more fun watching the guys who are struggling, though, because you cheat because you overbuild your machines.
I don't call that cheating. I just call that the fair advantage.
Well, in addition to what traditions take place on this event, there's also something new. It seems like every single year. Let's check in with Jeff, who organizes the event, and see what's up for 2020.
We change things up a little bit as the event grows. I mean, you've got to go with your growth, which is understandable, but we try to add a couple new trails every year, and they tend to be the more popular ones because people haven't ran them before. Well, we've got one called Razzle Dazzle that I haven't ran myself, and the other one is Risky Business, and that was a friend of mine was here from Arizona. He actually Google Earthed that, made the trail. That's an 8-rated trail. I've ran that several times. That's pretty fun.
Hit it, stay in it.
She's gonna do it, she's gonna do it.
And right on up, just like it's nothing there. That Rubicon just kicked that thing's butt. And in the meantime, hey, let's go check out this week's Where To.
There's something about a snowstorm that seems to bring people together and makes time stand still while the shimmering flakes descend. The flurries that Mother Nature delivers can bring awe and wonder. But once the storm stops, when all we have left is a thick white blanket covering the fields and trees, where do you go next? Well, this week we're taking a trip to Duck Creek Village to find out.
We're in Duck Creek, Utah, and we're taking some snowmobiles out today. What we do here at Falcons Nest is we provide accommodations and machine rentals. In the winter we do snowmobiles, obviously, and in the summer we run UTVs. So the biggest draw for families to come out here, I think, is it kind of promotes a have to be together time. I know a lot of families are looking to get out of Vegas and out of the city to come out here and kind of just be out, you know, out in nature, have their kids off their phones and that kind of stuff.
Whether it's your first time riding or your 50th, Falcons Nest is the perfect place to get away and take to the snow.
Renting is definitely something people should do first. It definitely gives people a good idea of what to expect. So a lot of people want to do it, and a lot of people come through and they test drive. They want to, you know, test drive the different ones to see what would fit their family or situations the best.
Oh, absolutely. Well, just to get the feel of it and get to know it, get used to it, you know, yeah, good first step.
Duck Creek is the perfect place to bring your family. The trails are fun-filled, and the scenery, well, it's impossible to beat.
The scenery's awesome. It's just for the view, you know.
The road's paved, they have a restaurant here, they have cabins available, you can rent the machine when you get here, all your amenities are right here. So it's safe travel, not very far out of Cedar City. So you're close, and yeah, it's a great family outing.
You know?
It's an experience you never forget. When we first got married and our babies were little, we used to take them snowmobiling all the time. People need to start enjoying what we have and what the Lord has to offer in His beauty.
Well, I mean, there's something for everybody. It's an incredible place, no matter what time of year. Part I think is that we will do our best to ensure that people have a good time. At the end of the day, we worry about people having a good time and actually enjoying their experience more than we worry about the bottom line. And being that, you know, we're owner-operators, we get to do that now. If people want to find out more and make a reservation with us, they can just go to our website, www.falconsnest.com. Pretty easy, or they can call us at 435-682-2556.
Just the adventure. It was a beautiful day to come snowmobiling. It was warm. The scenery was just absolutely beautiful. Have a great family outing.
It's a good ride. The kids would have a ball.
It would be a great family outing. I would love to bring our family and our grandkids up here and rent a few cabins and let them see the scenery and have a great time.
So, when you're looking for your next getaway, look to Falcons Nest in Duck Creek Village. For At Your Leisure, I'm Joe Davis.
That Ski-Doo feeling presents the ultimate freedom. Introducing the 2020 Ski-Doo Deep Snow Sleds. The Ski-Doo sales event is on now. Visit your local dealer for details.
The Boat Show and Water Sports Expo is here.
Shop, compare, and save on hundreds of 2020 boats.
Meet and watch wakeboard pros ride the wake park.
The Boat Show, Thursday, February 6th through Sunday the 9th at the Mountain America Expo.
The place to buy new boats and accessories with special show financing.
ABC4 Utah and CW30 invite you to the Boat Show and Water Sports Expo, February 6th through the 9th.
Advance tickets at UtahBoatShow.com.
The boat show is here, better climb aboard.
This week's What's New segment is brought to you by Tunex. Winter is here. Tires, brakes, heater and defrost systems, we do it all.
We're down in southern Utah at the Side-by-Side Adventure Rally. One of the cool things about these events is if you haven't purchased a machine or you're looking to purchase one, and you know, one of the questions we get all the time is, hey, what machine would you buy? What's the best? But it all changes.
It does.
And at this event, or an event like this, they all come out here. They're all here.
Exactly, you can kind of get a little taste of everything.
Right, we got Kawasaki's here, Honda's here, Can-Am's here, Yamaha's here. Yep. Everybody comes here and you can go out and demo these machines. Yeah. And we personally haven't drove a Kawasaki yet. No. That's gonna be the next builds we wanna do. So let's go for a ride and check those out. So I'm standing here with Brandon Twitchell from HCR. They are the headlining sponsor for this event. These guys have been around for a long time and they build the elite suspension systems. We haven't drove a KRX yet. These guys have been working on one. What components have you made for this car to date?
Basically, we were fortunate enough to actually work with Kawasaki directly on this car. We widened it out 4 inches. So we wanted to be able to run a 35-inch tire successfully without any rubbing. That's huge to all of us these days, and obviously our aesthetics, strength, everything else kind of rolled all into that.
And you guys build some outstanding stuff. I mean, it's just beautiful. These are mantelpiece, products that you guys make. And you're known for that. I mean, that's what you guys do.
Yep.
So we're gonna take this car out. Like I said, we haven't drove one of these yet, so we're gonna go out and we're gonna get the first seat of the pants feel for this for a full review.
So break it down for me. Give me some of the top things that you really like about this.
The things that stand out in my mind, my first impressions are, number one, I like the wheelbase. The 100-inch wheelbase, 99.5, is a really good wheelbase for rock crawling, and the car rides really smooth. So I like that part of it. I like the way the car feels. It has a really good balance point. You feel like you're in control. It's very predictable. And another thing I like is the boat sides. When we're rock crawlers, we do a lot of playing in the rocks. Right. You're not getting into your fenders. You're not getting into the side of it. You're not tearing up the plastic when you're into tight spots. I like that part of it as well. The overall feel of the car, I've heard a lot of people say it's an underpowered car. I think it feels like an underpowered car because we drive turbo cars all the time.
Correct.
But for a naturally aspirated car, this thing has plenty to go to.
For me, it just has a great overall feel. Some of the cool things to me are actually the aesthetics. It's got a great aggressive look to it, comes in great color schemes. There's storage behind the seats. It comes with full doors, just some cool features.
That is a big deal with the looks of it too. Because a lot of times when machines come out, we look at it, we're like, yeah, we like it, but we want to change this, we want to change that. Yeah. And this is a really good looking car right out of the box. And
definitely.
I like that. But you know what the best part of this is, don't you?
That we're going to be building a couple of these.
So we're going to pick a couple of these up. If you follow us on Slick Rock Productions, we're going to go well over the top on a couple of these, see what they're capable of, push the limits. So thanks for tuning in to At Your Leisure, and we'll catch you on the next review.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
When we go on vacation, I never ask, are we there yet? Because my daddy makes sure each stop we make is at Eagles Landing. They have such cool things for kids, like a petting zoo. They have the cleanest bathrooms on earth, and Daddy doesn't freak out pulling up to the pumps, because they're really big and he says it's the best gas in the world. And you can get your tire fixed, like we had to. Oh, and their food is so yummy. Eagles Landing is so much fun, I don't care if we ever get there.
My daughter and I had just finished a run at this place called Eagle Point. It's this really cool but kind of challenging ski resort that has a real family feel to it. She was so excited because she beat me down the run. Deja vu. I saw myself as a kid out skiing my mom. It was a big moment for me. And all of a sudden it hit me. I was making the same memories for her.
Beaver County, Utah. Make it more than a vacation. Put some adventure in your life and attend
The Sportsman's Vacation at RV Show, February 13th through the 16th at the Mountain America Expo.
See hundreds of new RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, and accessories.
Buy at the show and save. Take advantage of special show financing.
Find RV accessories, fishing, and RV travel destinations.
Dutch oven and outdoor cooking classes.
Register to win an Alaskan fishing trip.
ABC4 Utah and CW30 invite you to the RV Show, February 13th through the 16th.
Well, I tell you what, the name I'm about to tell you will make a short wheelbase Jeep. The owner of that Jeep is going to be really, really, really nervous. This is the toughest obstacle on Slick Lock Trail, and it is called Horseshoe Falls, as Giselle is pointing out to me. Miss Giselle is here with her family, her mom, her dad, and she's looking for a dog named Jax to pet, and she's just having a blast like everybody does, right? You having a good time? You gonna talk to me now? Maybe. So Scott is about ready to make his way up. Let's find out what drivers think about the Slick Lock.
I'm the trail lead for this trail. We do a different trail each day, and this is Slip Lock Gulch. I'm the trail lead today. The reason I like this trail is because it's very condensed, and that's what makes Sand Hollow what it is. You know, everybody's heard of Moab, and we all love Moab. You know, what's not to love? But the neat thing about Sand Hollow is all of the obstacles are a lot more condensed. And what we're getting ready to do here, it's just obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, and each one's different. I would say Horseshoe Falls, you know, the biggest obstacle on it. It's the one that kind of separates, you know, the crowd out pretty quick. You know, it's a fun obstacle. Most of the time it goes quite well, but sometimes there are some rollovers and some flips. But and then of course Slip Lock Gulch. We're in the gulch now, so this part coming up that we're getting ready to do is I think probably the neatest for me. I like the end of the trail the most, and I like the views. I mean, you can't beat these views. This is my favorite lunch spot in the entire area. Out of all the trails, to me this is the favorite. So that's why I like it.
Now we're going to really see how good Scott is at what he claims to be, because everybody else has come up here has taken, I don't know, 2 or 3 attempts. At least some of them have been on this obstacle for up to 10 minutes. Scott thinks he can do it in round 1. We're going to find out right now. And there he goes, and look at that.
Just like that. It's really not that tough.
Well, Scott proves it again. He delivers on what he says he can do. We have something else that delivers for you right now. We've got a really interesting story set up in our Along the Way.
The Winter Steam Festival, hosted by Golden Spike National Historical Park, is perhaps one of the most unique events you could attend in northern Utah. The festival, held annually at Promontory Summit on the northern edge of the Great Salt Lake, is an opportunity for visitors to see and hear how the power of steam played a major role in one of our country's most momentous historical events. The star of the festival is the ornate steam locomotive Jupiter, a precise replica of one of the original locomotives in attendance at the ceremonial driving of the Golden Spike, completing the country's first transcontinental railroad over 150 years ago. Why hold a festival in the middle of nowhere and in the middle of winter? Park Ranger Lucas Huey explains.
During the summer months when we run our locomotives, especially when it's really hot, when it's 80 or 90 degrees outside and it's really dry, you don't see the steam come off the locomotive. But in the winter months with these cold temperatures, you see all the steam and it looks really great for pictures. So we have one of our locomotives come out for photographs and for an opportunity to see what a steam locomotive looks like when it operates in cold weather.
Visitors arrive by the carload to watch locomotive demonstrations throughout the day. Rides on the old-fashioned hand car and the popping gas-powered motor car provide interactive fun for kids and adults. You can even walk on the original railroad grade. The Visitor Center offers a warm respite from the chilly winter air, as well as a wealth of information and stories about the people involved in building and maintaining the railroad. Friendly park staff are on hand to answer questions and interpret the rich history of the site, and to help keep visitors warm with hot cocoa and cider. The main attraction is, of course, the colorful and fancy steam locomotive, with its flapping flags, clanging bell, big red wheels, and shiny brass hardware. And there is steam. Lots of steam. Seasoned volunteer firemen and full-time engineers provide expert knowledge about the history and operation of this unique and rare piece of machinery. This is a replica?
Correct, yeah.
And when was this one built?
1979. Yeah, the original ones were scrapped just after the turn of the century, but these are pretty close. You'd almost be hard to get closer.
The original Jupiter steam locomotive was built in 1868 by Schenectady Locomotive Works of New York, then shipped to the West Coast and commissioned into service in March of 1869, 2 months before her date with destiny at Promontory in the Utah Territory. Its replica is every bit a steam-era engineering marvel as its namesake, and like the original, contains no electronics in its operating system.
We get a lot of railroad fans, we get a lot of history buffs, we get a lot of families looking for something fun to do in northern Utah this time of year, especially between the holidays.
We love trains and just haven't never come out before, so we thought we're all home, let's go.
Steam Fest was rolling, we wanted to come see the steam.
The Rogers family made a trip up from their home in Farmington, Utah on Sunday afternoon. They shared what they liked most about the Jupiter.
I liked it when the whistle blew. Whoop, whoop.
I like the red wheel with the golden star in the middle. That's my favorite part.
Visitors to the Steam Festival are drawn to the park by the promise of coming in contact with a tangible piece of American history. It is an event that fascinates people of all ages. It is well worth the drive to get to Promontory Summit, and only about an hour and 20-minute drive north from Salt Lake City. On your way, pass through the town of Corinne, follow the signs, look for plumes of steam rising above the arid landscape, and listen for the ringing locomotive bell. This is one train you don't want to miss.
The story that they sold us keeps us hanging from the end. So we'll keep on starting the fires, thinking we'll smoke out the liars. We don't give up when we're tired. That isn't the way that I'm wired.
Hi, I'm Nolan Stedman.
And I'm Bruce Stedman.
We have been selling motorcycles like this since 1960.
Motorcycle has been part of our family forever.
We love riding and enjoying the outdoors, everything that Utah has to offer.
Riding motorcycles, snowmobiles, ATVs, and now side-by-sides. That's what we do, it's who we are.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. We've been proudly serving Utah's families for over 50 years.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out there, but remember, it's only 30 back.
The Boat Show and Water Sports Expo is here.
Shop, compare, and save on hundreds of 2020 boats.
Meet and watch wakeboard pros ride the wake park.
The Boat Show, Thursday, February 6th through Sunday the 9th at the Mountain America Expo.
The place to buy new boats and accessories with special show financing.
ABC4 Utah and CW30 invite you to the Boat Show and Water Sports Expo, February 6th through the 9th.
Advance tickets at UtahBoatShow.com.
The boat show is here, better climb aboard.
Whoa, just off like 3 inches either way, and it's doomsday down here.
Oh, buddy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. Scott Huntsman and I are down here at the Winter 4x4 Jamboree.
And we are right here at the Hardtop Alley Obstacle. And just as the namesake says, this thing's going to eat up some hardtops. If you got a hardtop, you've really got to be precision through this. One wrong move and you're spending the big bucks.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's as you watch them come through, they literally have to drive off the side of their tire instead of the bottom on that wall, and literally use the sidewall for traction to get up over this obstacle. It's not the steepest, it's not the roly-poliest, but it's probably the most technical because you'll have to straddle a crack.
Yeah, and you really got to trust your spotter here. These guys spotting are, well, they're spot on, shall we say, as long as the driver can trust them and
Scott, that was
pretty cute.
No, that was a dad joke, okay? That really was. That was a dad joke, okay? Well, right now it's time for us to go to the fun part of our week, not the scary part. It's where somebody is a lucky winner in our weekly sticker contest.
Let's do it.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Landon Larson. Congratulations, Landon. It looks like you're the lucky winner of a Mountain Series stove from Camp Chef. Camp Chef is the best way to get your cooking done in the outdoors. Visit campchef.com for more details.
Be sure to call us Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. And remember, if you get caught with one of our limited edition Eagles Landing stickers, there's an extra $100 gas and gift card from our friends at Eagle Landing.
Now, let's take a look at our calendar of events. First up, January 31st at the Palms Golf Club in Mesquite is the 5th Annual Eagles Landing Charity Golf Tournament. This is a great event that supports our veterans, so be sure to come and hit the links with the AYL crew.
That same weekend is the Jorgensen's annual First Ride, which is a dirt bike-only trail ride that features great people, great trails, so grab your dirt bikes and come on down.
Finally, February 6th starts the beginning of the annual boat show, and then a week later on the 13th, the RV show down at Mountain America Expo. So come on down and check out the expos, and be sure to stop by our booth and get an AYL sticker.
All right, now let's take a look at next week's show.
Next week, Kevin and Gina are headed out to the Red Rocks of Bluff, Utah, as they visit a one-of-a-kind festival that takes to the skies.
Then our friends at Stedman's Recreation are taking us out to Wolf Creek Pass to show the area by way of timber sleds.
Finally, we're headed up to Park City as we visit a one-of-a-kind club that's going to show you how to get involved in the sport of curling.
Chad, next week's show looks real good.
Yeah, and but not as scary and not as exciting as this. This is called The Great Descent. And
Yeah,
we just made it down along with everybody else. Here comes our tail gunner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is something else. So, as we always say with every show, there's adventure around every bend.
You just got to get out and create your own Winter Jeep Jamboree adventure.
Which happens third week of January.
Right.
At your leisure. Okay. Yay, come on down.
Yeah, buddy.